Yo, what's up everybody? Ogadi Top is in the building. Hope you're good. Let's talk drama festival. Let's talk Butere girls. Let's talk Cleophas Malala. Let's talk the government. Alright, so I'm about to say about a few things that might get me in trouble. Yeah, but well, if I don't do it, who will? I've seen a couple of people talking about it. Good stuff. Let's talk about it. That's how we find solutions. Okay, that's how we get better. Now, first of all, I condemn that act highly. Why? I wouldn't be Obinna if it wasn't through creative arts. Performing arts. Yes, that's the word. Performing arts. Drama festival was my thing, man. My choral verse. I used to do narratives alone. I was on stage. And I've spoken about this a couple of times, man. But the shout out to JMO, man. JMO was from Kisumu Day. JMO was my coach. And I did a narrative known as Mwisho. Mwisho, it was amazing. I think it took me kuna ile level before ufike tu nationals. Ni venye sana nilikuwa natoka shule nyingine pia ukaenda Busaka miso kidogo mambo ikachemuka. All right? And we have a lot of amazing acts, even leaders in this country who, if it wasn't performing arts, they would not be where they are. So performing arts is a very important part in the society and in the growth of our children and in the education sector. All right? So I highly condemn it. Let the children do their thing, man. Let the people do their thing, you see. And then, wasanii ni kioo cha jamii. People don't create these things. We just mirror the society. What is happening? These things I talk about and the things I do are the things that are in the society that happen, and you guys are very afraid to talk about them. So we talk about them for you. How do we talk about them? Through music, through comedy, through art, through dance, through whatever, through movies and the rest. Okay? However, that's not the point of this conversation. This is what I want to say. So let's start police. So the National Police Service, that was very poor of you. Could have done better. Harassing and mishandling journalists, that is a criminal act according to the Constitution of Kenya. And is it the Media Council Act, I think, of 2013? Something like that. Yeah. So first of all, that is a criminal act. You're not supposed to. Journalists are just doing their job. Like, hata watu wanze kuandamana sai. Naone tu mtu ameandikwa press, media. My friend, achana now as a policeman, as a military person. Even when you go to Gaza, penye hizo mavita zinapiganwa, journalists are never touched. Okay? We have a few people like Juzi. Is it the Israeli or something? Wale waliwa journalists Juzi, whether they were in an ambulance or something. I saw a story like that somewhere. So that one is a criminal act. Okay, that should never happen. Okay? Wacha venye munafanya kazi yenu kama polisi, sisi watu wa media tunafanya kazi yetu, watu waheshimiane. However, Kenya right now, there's a precedent that has been set of harassing and gagging and abusing journalists. Like if you talk about anything, we ni mubaya. And this thing, by the way, hata ifanyiki na polisi peke yake, hata nyinyi wa Kenya. Saizi mimi nikienda nikae chini na Ruto ni mu-interview. Oh, Obinna, we are canceling you. We don't want you to interview. So it is happening both ways, from the government and from the people. I don't know where that is coming. It's a very stupid thing. Should never happen. Journalists have free will. The right of, what is freedom of expression? How about that one? Something like that. Because they bring the news to you. Today, I'll go interview Rigiji. Tomorrow, I'll interview Ruto. The other day, I'll interview Kibaki. I'll interview Jomo Kenyatta and whoever it is, because I'm a journalist. That is what my role is. That is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so let them do their job. Secondly, the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education, I've seen your press release. There's a very damn clause in there. I don't know who wrote it. So there's a part in the press release for the Ministry of Education. They've said that principals, those are the heads of schools, who hire external people to come and teach students co-curriculum activities, so they are contravening the what? Yeah, there's a clause there. So basically this is what they were saying. So kuna karul kako hapo that shule, my principal, our FI could hire anybody external to come and train students on co-curricular activities. That is very dumb. You know why? So my teachers are very good in physics and chemistry and everything. They don't know anything about performing arts. But you're forcing them to teach us performing arts that they don't have no idea about, and you want us to go and challenge other people who their teacher was an Obinna and he was excelling in the performing arts space. And you want them to compete with this other person who is very good, who is a geek. Ama is a tech guy. That is very dumb. Think of it this way. You are limiting the students' potential, because for them to be amazing, they have to be trained by amazing people who have walked the journey. I said at the beginning of this part, my teacher was Jemo. Jemo was not a teacher in Busakami High School, but I used to watch Jemo when I was in Chulaimbo, and there were Kisumu Day and Kisumu Boys walikuwa na kam nama plays in a kaka movie. And I used to watch them, akina Colin Salema walikuwa na huwa wakipanda kwa stage. I'm like, yo. So I reached out to Jemo because I knew him, and I was like, yo, can you train me how to do? And Jemo came for free. Every evening he'd either come to school, or I would go to their place, and he trained me how to do this narrative known as Mwisho, and it was amazing. But Jemo was not from the school, and yalikuwa shamaliza shule, then ana hang around. So what happens is this: if you say that they should not be trained by other people, first una deny those other people work opportunity. Second, you are limiting the creative ability of the students, because now they are not being trained by a professional who knows it. So how much students wanoma watakuwa mafala because wanatrainiwa na mafala, because Ministry of Education imesema hakuna mtu wa nje mwenye nafaa kuje. Na hawa watu wengi wako na experience, they know how things are being done out here. So when the students finish school, they know how things work. So you have to think about it that direction. Let's hope someone in the Ministry of Education wakes up and start to see there are some rules that you guys put there that but if you can afford someone amazing who is a performing arts professional, teacher, tutor, whatever, let them come and do, let them script, let them do whatever. Cleophas Malala, good stuff. I read the synopsis of your play. It is basically about the gap between the older generation and this generation now, and that is what is bringing conflict. Even the play is set up in the Middle East, but you know, ni kio cha jamii. So maybe there are people here who felt a little bit guilty because it depicts what they are doing, but we'll never know. Okay, however, good stuff in supporting them, scripting, good stuff. But now for Kenyans, I want you to think about it this way: why is the government so focused in frustrating someone who is not a threat to them? You see where I'm going with this? Cleophas Malala is not a threat to the government. Yep, I said it. I know, I said it. Cleophas Malala was huge, and then he became, I think, SG for UDA. And then at some point we disagree, then akatoka huko, then he's doing his own things. But if you look at the people who are a threat to the government, Cleophas Malala is not in the top 10. Sorry to say. Yeah, but it is what it is. Facts will always remain sacred. Yeah, opinions are opinions, but facts will remain sacred. Cleophas Malala top 10 threat to the government? No. So why is the government doing this? This is what I'm thinking. Ta-da! I present to you the new CS for the sports, culture and heritage. Ama kitu kama hiyo. Yeah, something there. Yep, he's being positioned. Yes, because the underdog always wins. Okay, alisema the police were being very kind to him. The police are being kind. If the police are being kind to you, and the police are being soft with you, they treated you with decency. Kenya police. Hey. Yep, there goes your CS. Brother is being positioned. You guys don't see it because the underdog always wins, and you'll always support the underdog. Why? Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we are considering the enemy of our enemy, and now he's our friend, and all of a sudden he's this powerful person, and we're like, oh my God, you know, they took him, they drove him to El Ravine, see where, then he was seated in a cell. Come on, bro. Gen Zs were shot, they were killed, they were kidnapped, they were abducted, they were doing whatever. The police were tear gassing people live. So, think with me. I'm just putting it out there. My 2 cents. I'm out. I told you it's gonna get me in trouble. Here goes nothing. Yep.
Yes, Habari, madam. Madam, how are you? Yes, would like to go into the Butere girls. Pole. Nataka tuwasalimu, nasikia wamezuiliwa. Sawa, wacha tuwasalimu ndio watoke. Sisi tuwape soda wakunye barabarani. Si ndio tunataka tuwasalimu watoke.
Nataka kuangalia
we don't know even their condition. Wanarudi Kakamega, tuwape tu soda warudi nyumbani. Wamezuiliwa.
Askari, hata we ni mama. Hawa watoto wamelia kwa stage, hawaja perform. We just want to see their condition. Yes. Can you be as a policeman? Today it's them, tomorrow it's you.
Madam, turuhusu mawakili wawili, wengine wangoje hapa.
Sasa kama wewe pia unatuelewane? Huko nafasi hapa, hii basi inatoka nje.
Hapana, basi kutoka nje sisi tunaelewana kitu gani? Sasa yeye hata utusalamie tunataka kwenda ndani. Don't greet us.
Sasa
turuhusu mawakili
tuingie hapa sisi mawakili.
Yes.
Wacha tuingie tutoke na basi.
Yes. Tunataka tusalimu
watoto wakiwa ndani.
Wamezuiliwa, wanarudi Kakamega.
Na hawajaperform. Already they have not performed. Bwana, twende tu wawili peke yetu. They have not performed.
Yes.
Hapana, tunataka tufanyie hapa ndani boss. Tunataka tufanyie tu hapa ndani. You know you are frustrating us. No. It's about our rights.
Just allow me and the lawyer wasalimu, wape lunch, warudi Kakamega. Wamezuiliwa kufanya wengine wabaki nje. Hata wanahabari wabaki nje, lakini sisi tusalimu watoto waende nyumbani.
Yes, I'm fine.
Wawili tu, wengine wanaweza.
No. They are very patriotic. When they were both, they just sang national anthem and left.
They have been frustrated.
Your supporters
They have not performed because the conditions will not allow them to perform. How will they perform without decors? How will they perform without a sound system? How will they perform without costumes? So constructively, they have been blocked and government is in contempt. When they get to ingie,
How can they be afraid of children?
No. The target was Butere girls. Once the girls have left, you will see all of them.
All the police will leave.
Will leave. Because the rest of the play is staked in the praise of Kasongo. It's only Butere girls that was objective, constructive, and trying to tell the government what it is. Once they leave, you saw the police officers leaving.
Will this affect the integrity of the drama festival?
It has affected the integrity of the government, the integrity of the process, the integrity of the festivals. Who then will trust drama festivals? These children who are being prevented are our leaders tomorrow. These are our voters. And you still here at us that this government has a chance of getting re-elected? Not in this era.
Madam.
Simama tu mahali huko. Kuna zoom bwana.
Kuna zoom bwana.
Simama tu mahali huko.
Acha ujinga.
How are you?
Simama mahali huko. Hakuna kusonga.
My name is Obinna Malwa. Mimi ni wakili. This is my partner Ken Chesa. Sisi ni mawakili.
Manuti songesha simu
kupitia hawa watoto waruhusiwe kuweka mchezo wao leo. So tunaomba uturuhusu sisi tuweze kusemezana na our class. Wengine wanaweza ngoja, lakini allow us, we are here as lawyers, we are not here as politicians. Ni sawa, sisi wawili tuingie, hawa wangoje.
The more mnakaa, the more hii crowd ina form. Na hii kitu wakishika tu hivi tu push ndani, haitachukua more than a minute.
You're saying the girls have performed
Is they have not performed? They have just sung.
Ndio sawa. Ndio hawa wanakuja.
Msoge kwa haya nasema.
Kitu moja nimefanya. Oh Mariamu. Tuende tupafomia kwa showground.
No Cleophas, no drama. Kieleweke.
Ai, kieleweke bwana. Nigeni marisasi mkitaka.